Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the news.
Welcome, Pete. Welcome everybody to CNFT News.
Really glad to be here today. Scott Chestnut. It's real busy, I guess.
I heard he has a lot going on with he's working with Trevor on Facility 7.
He got called away to a secret underground bunker where they're discussing their plans to assault Facility 7.
You know, we have a lot of secret underground bunkers. We got one for CNFT News that I think Crypto Heaps is still locked in.
Actually, I saw on Twitter, speaking of Facility 7, they reached out to Crypto Heaps just to check on him, I guess. That's nice of them. They said, how's that being hunted by Mr. Pistachio thing going? Because he was hunted famously on our TVS CNFT NASA's episode. He was hunted by our boss, Mr. Pistachio. And he said that there's no problem. Mr. Pistachio would never hunt anyone, and then he mentioned that he was not saying this under duress as well. So I do have to wonder. But at least he's alive, Yeah. We know that much.
Yeah.
So
or at least access to his Twitter.
We got a great show today. Backstage we got the boys from PlayerMint, and they're just chomping at the bit to come out here and tell you guys about what they're doing. And it's pretty cool stuff. We'll have a dialogues with documents once Scott gets back in town, which should be over the weekend. So hopefully we'll get one posted pretty soon, maybe early next week. And they'll be, interviewing the PlayerMint white paper, which is pretty cool. It's weird that you can talk to paper now, but I guess that's just the world, it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
And how are you doing? I don't know. We don't talk much.
Me?
Tyler?
I'm doing well. Same old.
Yeah, if you got a perm, you could achieve what I have here. You got the length,
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll do it. I'll Pete the producer.
If you get promoted to producer.
How long? I don't know much about perms.
No, this just grows like this. I mean, I'm all natural, but
Sure.
I'm just saying you could really liven your stuff up. I mean, obviously it's really long and that's really good, but
yeah, I mean, you gotta go for the Pete the producer look.
It could pop more.
Exactly.
You can't wear hats anymore, though. That's the thing. It's over, No more hats, hoodies. I've got it on, but it's for show because I can't put this hood on. I mean, that's not going to work out. So anyways, let's bring on our first guest. Normally Scott Chestnut's got really snappy stuff to say in the beginning. That's why he's usually the one who's on, I guess. Let's bring on these guests. I know how to press the buttons because that's my job. So we're going to bring on our first special guest here, and they're our only special guest actually. So let's do it. It's PlayerMint.
I love the transitions.
Welcome. Yeah, it's pretty good.
How y'all doing today?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
It's going all right.
Definitely.
Glad to have you guys here. PlayerMint, you guys have been working behind the scenes for, so long. I've been in on this project from way in the beginning because I'm a really big Fortnite player.
Yeah, you're cranking 90s nonstop.
Yeah, I crank 90s daily, on the daily, on the reg.
Yeah.
So, here's what we like to do. We like to start out with some nonsense because that's what this network's all about. It's not just about news. There's plenty of that too. But I don't know, Tyler, you usually run this, so maybe you could take over.
Yeah, definitely. I got a little bit more of a simpler one today, but it might spark some discussion. So it's a would you rather question, and would you rather have free lunch provided every day, where it just appears in front of you around lunchtime when you want it, or $12 every day, tax free, and we'll say like the last one, it counts for inflation.
That's the question.
So it adjusts over the
That's huge.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I'll go first, and I'll explain my reasoning, and then Josh, Mr. No Chaser, maybe you can go next. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna sound really silly and maybe a little degenerate, but I would I would take the $12, right? And then what I'm gonna go off and do is I'm gonna put it into some sort of S&P index or a Roth IRA, or maybe just some Cardano, get a little ADA staking rewards going. And then, give it like 15, 20 years. And at that point, I could then take my, a little slice of what's been built up every single day, essentially a dollar cost average of $12 every single day. And then I could buy myself a really nice lunch,
That's true.
Then maybe I can even buy myself lunch and dinner.
That's good. It's a
So
good
you
plan.
got to go through the motion. You got to deposit it every day,
Oh, I see what you mean. So
Like-
every day you go into like
It's going
Coinbase.
to be part of your life.
I didn't think about that one. Maybe I'll use the first like $2.50 to pay someone else to deposit $10.
That's how you do it. You got to delegate.
Or either that, or I would just do it all at one day a week.
I have a question about the food, because can I order as much food as possible, and do I have to be at a restaurant as well? Because if I go to the grocery store, get a bunch of food, resell it at a higher price value, and start making more than $12 a day, is that an acceptable answer? I mean, because I think I could actually turn a profit more than $12 every day. Do it that way.
We got some real degenerates today.
You guys are nailing it.
Yeah, Josh at Walmart rarity sniping.
Exactly.
Loaves of bread.
So I guess we'll say you can get the lunch anywhere you are. So even like sitting at your house, at your desk, you can just have it appear. I don't know if it's unlimited. It just says a free lunch. So I'm assuming.
Oh, wait.
Read the
first part. Read that first part. We got to dissect this. We're getting serious.
So as written, it just says, would you rather have free lunch appear in front of you every day?
Here in front of you. It does say
$12 tax-free inflation.
It's got to be the lunch.
I don't know.
You could go anywhere and you'd always have some food.
Oh,
that's starved. You could travel the world with nothing.
I think it matters like what the lunch, like, are you getting like a bologna sandwich every day,
Right?
Yeah, it definitely matters.
I would think $12 worth of lunch to me would make sense.
Yeah. Well, then if it's $12 worth of lunch, then like I'm gonna take my $12 and then I can choose every day, right?
I agree.
That's right. What if it's the same thing and
$12 is
it
not a
never
lot for
changes?
lunch.
Yeah, you're just going insane because for 15 years eating
Rice.
ham and cheese
$12
sandwich.
worth of cooked rice, plain.
The convenience part is pretty nice though.
The convenience part is nice, yeah.
But
it's like the ultimate Grubhub.
oh yeah.
And it'd be a cool magic trick. Be like, oh, it's lunchtime. Like, ding.
I don't know though. I think I could whip up some good PB&J sandwiches, mark them up, you know what I'm saying, and sell them at a high price.
It's true.
Add a little flair to them. I don't know.
But then, of course, that would be even more of your life than just depositing it. That would be kind of what you do now.
Sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination.
That is true. That is very
the journey of creating the PB&J.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. I think that was some great nonsense. Let's jump to the real thing. Oh, I didn't play the nonsense now intro. What a waste. I'm gonna play it. This will be the outro.
Yeah.
All right, nonsense now is ending. Good. All right. Well, let's talk about PlayerMint. So, Tyler, you had some idea of where to start?
Yeah. So obviously, Pete, you're Fortnite expert. So
Yeah,
this
obviously.
might be too much for you. But I was thinking, since it is like such, I think it's a good project for people to get into crypto with. So I know we all have friends who are like really into gaming. If you guys could kind of explain what the project is in terms that like non-crypto gamers could like get in or understand, if that makes sense.
Totally. Yeah. So I think the easiest way to understand it would be all of the gamers out there have played some sort of video game or another, even like dating back to Mario, where as you're playing a game, based off of your skill in that game and how well you're doing, you're roughly going to earn more of an in-game currency or some sort of token that is then used to unlock items within that game. So, in Mario, you kind of smash your head on bricks in order to get coins. In games like World of Warcraft, you're going out there and you're defeating elementals and orcs and mobs in order to get gold. And in Fortnite, you can kind of play through, and as you gain more experience, you unlock V-Bucks in the Battle Pass. Call of Duty has COD points, I believe. All of these different games have some sort of in-game currency, and that in-game currency is earned via performance and then generally spent on further unlocks within that video game, right? So in Fortnite, you might use those V-Bucks to buy a really cool skin. In World of Warcraft, maybe you're this sweet ice mage and you want to get a new staff. And so basically the idea with PlayerMint is we have this model of people love that progress of they play a video game, they gain some sort of token that has utility within a market of purchasable items. And essentially the idea with PlayerMint is what if we created some sort of protocol that lives on top of the blockchain that references gameplay performance occurring in things like Fortnite and Rocket League and games like that. And then your in-game performance translates into you earning that token. But instead of that token being locked within a video game, it's within this protocol. And then within that protocol, you can then run off and say, "Ooh, now I have this token. I earned it from playing Fortnite. I earned it from playing World of Warcraft. I earned it from playing Rocket League. And now from all of those games, I now have this fun token that I can use. What am I going to use it on? At least in the crypto world, and with the title of this very news channel, you have CNFT news. So like, what's the idea in kind of Fortnite is you have V-Bucks, which are like your fungible tokens, and then you have your skins, which are pretty much non-transferable, non-fungible tokens, right? And so the idea here is for our start, we're going to be supporting Fortnite. You can go off, you can link your Epic Games account to our website, connect your wallet, go play Fortnite. At the end of every Epic, based off of how well you did comparatively to others, you earn a portion of a prize pool of tokens. And then you can go off and take those prize pool of tokens and really do whatever you want with them. But the initial kind of the thing that we're supporting at launch will be, oh, hey, here's a marketplace of NFTs, and I can go off and say, ooh, this one looks real pretty. I would love to pick up this Cardano Terraform or any sort of kind of fun thing like that. So yeah, kind of like, hey, play video games, earn a token, spend that token on the things that you want to get.
Yeah. He pretty much covered almost everything. I think the basic ideas we want to take away all those different currencies that exist in all those games and try to, or maybe not take away them, but try to create a way in which you can have a currency that can be used across all these different platforms and all these different games, and so that it you don't have to I think the problem with V-Bucks is it doesn't have any on Fortnite, it doesn't have any value outside of being inside the game. And so we want to create a way in which people can actually use that and then trade and exchange it for other things. And I think obviously building on Cardano was such an awesome idea by Aiden and Grant. And just because the blockchain technology and all the benefits that Cardano provides, as well as a very awesome community too. So I think, overall, I think it's a really awesome idea, and Aiden broke it down really nicely. I think the way we like to think of it is just play, earn, trade, and that's kind of our motto. Yeah.
So this doesn't replace any in-game currencies. This is on top of. This is additional utility for your gameplay that you're already doing.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Maybe one day, right? But
maybe one day. But I think the issue with trying to like all out replace the game's in-game tokens, which don't have any tokenomics and are non-transferable, is like those game companies need to make money, right?
Yes.
Fair enough. And we get to enjoy the experiences because of a lot of these free games like Fortnite and Apex Legends, because they've created a monetization level that isn't pay to win, but is, hey, if I want to look, super dripped out and be walking around as like Master Chief in Fortnite, I might need to pull out my wallet and buy a couple of V-Bucks. And so our kind of idea is, and this is kind of our philosophy on Web3 is associated with a design principle called Maya, which is most advanced yet acceptable. And it's kind of the idea that it's very difficult for people to go from a completely custodial environment to a completely centralized custodial environment to a completely decentralized non-custodial environment. And at least what I believe is it's more about not forcing people to choose custodial or non-custodial, but giving people the option to determine the level of ownership that they want over their own assets. And so creating platforms and protocols which act as the stepping stones between the two so that people have the option to venture out is really important. And so I guess with what we're trying to do is more so that you have a Web 2 game, and then we have a Web 3 protocol that exists on top of it. And then it can essentially, we're building it in a way where the game studios will benefit from it, because if they ever wanted to do something like say, hey, people at launch will be able to indirectly turn their PMX into V-Bucks through something like they go to a DEX and then they turn their PMX into ADA, and then they turn their ADA into US dollars, and they turn US dollars into V-Bucks, right? Kind of a process, but at the end of the day, it's supplying Fortnite with some sort of revenue where the gameplay performance that people are using is turning into more revenue for the game studio. And so basically we want to build applications that benefit the games that we're kind of built on top of.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with what they got going on.
No. We want to incentivize the behavior that those games want to see.
So what's the barrier to entry? It seems like if someone's playing these games and has any sort of blockchain literacy, that they should just get on this, right?
that would be my argument. But basically, the barrier to entry is you need to have a wallet, and you need to have an Epic Games account, and you need to have some sort of way to play Fortnite with that Epic Games account. And so, if you got a PC that has 8 gigabytes of RAM on it, you could pretty much fulfill all of those requirements. So right now we have we're live on the preview testnet for Cardano, and our goal is to, as soon as possible, transition over to the mainnet. And so we're kind of chugging along. But yeah, like right now, let me pull it up. Right now, the Epic ends tomorrow. We currently have 223 people that have signed up, which is pretty awesome for what's going on with the testnet. And it's cool to see that. And we have a leaderboard of where people stand. And it's basically just, hey, all you need to do is there it is. All you need to do is essentially go on here. You log in with you connect your wallet, and then you log in with your Epic Games account through like an Epic Games built tool called Epic Online Services. And then here you can see a bunch of usernames. Some people have added their PFP pictures, so some of them have
the winners.
Yep. And then they have their Epic Games name is kind of their username, and then the XP is the amount of we track in-game actions like eliminations in Fortnite, and we track placements in Fortnite. And so depending on how well someone does, they generate more and more XP, and the more XP you generate. Yeah.
I just linked my Epic Games account.
Yeah, it's somewhere, right? And so the idea is now if you went off and played Fortnite, any in-game action would produce XP. The XP leads to a PMX reward at the end of the Epic. So when if you scroll up, you can kind of see that we have that like the time left in Epic. So if you generated any XP during the Epic, you would get a slice of that PMX prize pool, and then you would just claim it. And then it's a multi-witness transaction through your NAMI wallet. We're looking to add more wallets as we go, and then you claim it. And then that's, hey, what we've noticed already is folks have had a whole lot of fun, where all of a sudden when they get an elimination in Fortnite, it feels more rewarding because they're like, I just turned that person into 20 XP. Like, that's going to be some PMX in my wallet. And so I guess
this is the future. It seems like, why not layer a bunch of different benefits to doing the same action on top of that action, right? I mean, So where does the PMX go? What can you do with it? Can you show us on here any examples?
Yeah, so if you go to the marketplace and then just click on abstraction, or the Guppian Storm looks like a cool one. Or abstraction. Yeah. So basically what you're looking at right now is of course, because it's on the preview testnet, it's not like you don't have a whole lot going on in terms of like NFTs and whatnot available to purchase, because it's not on the Cardano mainnet. So you can't be like, oh, I'm going to buy a Claymate or whatever your favorite project is. But anyway, so we just had some people like create things with AI. And so if you click on one of them, just click on anyone the Money Angel, you can see the purchase now button. It's not highlighted because I'm assuming you don't have any of the PMX in your wallet.
That's right. PMX broke.
Yeah. So if your PMX broke, you can't, you don't have it to purchase. But if you did, you'd be able to click that button. You'd be able to essentially swap the PMX in your wallet for that NFT. And that
NFT just lives on the Cardano blockchain, just like any other.
Exactly.
Very interesting.
So we're supporting, I believe the metadata standard is SIP 25 is the
standard that's out there right now. Yeah,
that's the standard. We would love to support SIP 68 at some point or another. It's just gonna kind of take a while.
That's a whole new thing.
Yeah, we're working on it behind the scenes. We've got some ideas flowing. Some other projects may be helping us out. So
we're I think we're Josh got a chat with some of the people from Mercury, I want to say, or Saturn.
Yep, Saturn / Mercury.
Yeah, they're super creative. I mean, super innovative folks. So that's kind of the marketplace. Those are kind of the big two functions that we have rocking for people, as that leaderboard and marketplace. And we have some. You go ahead.
Well, another question here. So PMX, let's say I'm a creator. Why do I want to list on this marketplace to earn PMX?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. I mean, great question. I think one of the big things is at least what I like to think, and I guess we'll see what happens once people actually get to use it, is that one, I think PlayerMint to start it can service all types of NFTs, but it will really focus on those gaming-based NFTs, because you have this list of gamers, right? These gamers earning PMX, and they're looking for other NFTs to dive into. So that's an interest point.
So it's an onboarding opportunity for some potentially.
Exactly. It's an onboarding opportunity. The other reason why someone might, and it's kind of totally up to someone if they want it, and they can, PMX is a utility token, and once it's in your wallet, you should be able to do whatever you want with it. So it's kind of up to you how you want to spend it. But if I were to list something on the marketplace, the idea would be is like, oh, hey, maybe I have an NFT that I want to get rid of, or I just want to exchange it for some PMX. I can sell it for that PMX. And then with that PMX, we have a couple fun things that we want to kind of roll out. Like, for example, one of them is like PlayerMint Pro, which increases the amount of XP that you generate based off of, holding more PMX. And so, we have a couple fun things, but generally the loop that at least we have now is earn fiat playing, and then purchase NFTs through the marketplace through using that PMX. And so it kind of goes back to that idea of like, it's the same kind of user flow as what we see on like World of Warcraft, where it's like I go and play a quest, I earn some gold, I then use that gold on an open market to buy a sword, and now that person has some gold in their wallet that they can then go off and use to buy the staff they need, right? And so it's kind of that's kind of at least the instance that we're going for. We like to kind of focus on, and I know I'm chatting a lot, so Josh, feel free to interrupt me, but we kind of like to take the approach where or at least we're trying to shift into an approach where we're focused more so on what is currently available as opposed to what will be available in the future. So we kind of try to bite our tongue whenever we talk about future plans. So I'll kind of just leave it at that. Would be, if PlayerMint sounds of interest to you, I'm always happy to chat. Josh is always happy to chat. We have some real friendly people in our Discord. You're more than welcome to check out on PlayerMint.com. And we're always happy to have a fun conversation about it and kind of get into it all.
Yeah.
I mean, it also. Oh, sorry, we're gonna talk.
Well, I was just gonna add one more thing to. I mean, it's kind of tough to find ways for non-gamers to really have a great experience, because obviously this is tailored so specifically for gamers. But Aiden covered, I think, 2 really great points. And I think there are some other points as well. I think you don't necessarily have to be the gamer either. You could have somebody else who is somebody who likes to play video games, but maybe they're not super into crypto, and they can connect their account on your behalf, and then you can end up earning PMX as well. I know there's a lot of people out there that are considering that, and so that's just another way for you to earn a token and be able to use it across the marketplace. So that's just a way for maybe a non-gamer to also be able to kind of use our platform as well.
So, there's also these founder NFTs that have been floating around for quite a while. When are we going to see some action on that front?
Totally. Yeah. So that is the next step, is the, we kind of have a few different eras right now. We're in that like testnet era, making sure everything works out. And the next one is really fun. And that is kind of the main net. And so we kind of like to think of things like game studios do. And a lot of game studios have like pre-order bonuses, like, oh, hey, if you pre-order the game, you get, you get to play the beta, and you get to play 48 hours before everyone else does, things of that nature. And so one of the big things for the founder NFT holders that have been super supportive and super wonderful over this long period of time is the first 5 epics of the PlayerMint mainnet will be designated for the founder NFT holders, in which time anyone can interact with the marketplace, but the only people that will be able to earn that sweet PMX utility token will be able to be those holding the founder NFT. And so it's going to be a whole lot of fun. They'll be able to earn it, and they'll kind of get first access to it all. And we have some other perks lined up with the founder NFTs as well, around like PlayerMint Pro and in future projects that we have plans to launch. But I think the big one, at least that's coming up for the founder NFT holders, is that if you wanted to get in on the PlayerMint mainnet, the first epics, as well as the capacity to get some PMX in your wallet and really enjoy the experience, that's kind of the big thing that is at least on the current horizon.
Yeah. And I think what's really cool too about, and Aiden talked about the eras too. We've got different eras sort of lined up. We don't have all of them figured out yet, but that's a cool idea of like different stages. But with the founder era, what's also really unique as well is that it's not only just first access. The first year, in terms of tokenomics perspective, we're pumping out a lot of PMX to get into the hands of other people, into wallets, I should say, not the hands, but to wallets. And I think that they have people who do own our founders have an incredible opportunity to get more PMX because there's more getting pumped out, and they're the only ones who are being able to earn it at the beginning. So there's just there's a bigger opportunity to get more, because the more and more people that come on, the less there is in supply to be earned. And so so
get started. Well, in the beginning, it's always good to follow the line. I mean, I've been following this project for a while. We spent some time in the Minecraft server.
Yeah.
Is that still going? Is that still going? How's it looking in there?
It's probably the same the last time you saw it. There was the initial life where everyone, I think that's kind of the classic Minecraft server kind of vibe.
Totally.
Full of life. Everyone wants to build and have fun with it for like 2-3 weeks, and then
it was a couple months, I think.
It was a couple months. People built some really cool things. I mean, it's cool to just see what people built, but I think as of late, it's been, since we launched the testnet, it's like that's kind of just been the focus.
We're going back to playing Fortnite.
Like we're all having fun with it, and we've even had some great some great collaborations where like right now the top 5 people in the leaderboard at the end of the epic are going to be getting some NFTs from like collaborators. We've collaborated with like Virtua and Overexposed, Cardania, a couple
Oh, sick, yeah.
So we're trying to figure out, and the beauty of that is that from a game theory perspective, sometimes you need to provide incentives that are on the mainnet. And so as soon as we provided those mainnet incentives, people went off and found little exploits within the, not within our.
I saw the tweet about that.
But yeah, within the game. So
Yeah.
so essentially what people were figuring out is oh, there's these things in Fortnite where depending on if you're super low skill level, they want to face you up against really easy opponents or even AI or bot controlled opponents.
Right.
And so there's an exploit within Fortnite where, you know, essentially you can join in duo lobbies or trios or squads, and you just have you and then you're a really low level account that you own. And then you join in and then you make the low level account leave, and now it's you against a bunch of super low levels. And so we've had to figure out mechanisms in which we can prevent bot lobbies and things like that.
That's the world you're entering into, I guess. Gamers, they'll cheat.
They'll find a way.
Get it out.
Yeah, and it's creative too. I mean, it was cool. Like what was really cool about it, and what made me feel pretty good is that the people that discovered the exploit and went off to essentially say, okay, hey, I want to earn that Virtua NFT. I want to end that Cardano Cardania NFT. I'm gonna go off and figure out all of the like sneaky little ways how I can win a lot of XP. And it was actually very helpful because some of the people that like earned those rewards through grinding out the XP then messaged the team and said, hey, I just want to give you the heads up. Like I was able to use this. Here's a YouTube video explaining how it's done. Like, I just want to let you all know, like,
nice.
So it's like, it was cool. Cause it's like, it was like, okay, great. Like this is actually exactly what we want. Like, that's what the testnet's for. Like
a gray hat hacker, right?
Yeah. Like, please break the system. That's great. Like break it during testnet and just tap us on the shoulder and let us know you broke it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole, point of beta testing, right? So and we've even had we promoted a bug bounty for people as well to figure out if they could find the biggest bug and they'd get rewarded as well. So
how'd that go?
It went pretty well. Some people submitted some awesome bugs, and we were able to reward them. So
that's so cool. Well, that's really great. It sounds like you guys are building a really great community. What up, Zetsu? What up, nudes? But yeah, I mean, just from the brief time that I spent, I really enjoyed doing the trivia stuff that you guys were doing and the other kind of get together, voice chat, community events in the Discord. Are you all still up to some fun stuff over there?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it lately, and Josh has been doing a lot of that, so maybe you can speak to it better than I. But a lot of it lately has all been around like testnet. Like incentivizing actions within the testnet, incentivizing people to use the different features. And a lot of the focus has just been on like, how can we create some sort of reason why someone should dive into the testnet and figure out how they can enjoy it or break it.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I miss the trivia nights and the poker nights and all the other fun stuff we were doing. We've kind of taken, more of a focus on Fortnite specifically, and we're going to be hopefully having a tournament in the next couple weeks, Fortnite tournament, and then we've been doing some, at least I'll say bi-weekly streams. I don't know. It's been we tried to get a few in every week if we can, or one in every week, but that's I mean, in terms of community events, then we've got like what Aiden mentioned with some of the other fun stuff where we've got like epic clips contests and things like that.
That's great. I mean, it's really smart. Obviously, you got to pivot once the main attraction is it's here. You got to do that.
But, how long? Don't think that trivia is not coming back. It's coming
great
back.
questions.
So don't worry.
Very well thought out, deep stuff. Stuff. Yeah, good stuff. This whole thing is really fun. I wish that I was more involved.
I do have a quick question. I know Oh yeah.
I love you guys. I love this project and the whole team and everything.
I have kind of like a general question on PMX. So is that like right now? It seems like that's something like external from the game, or it is something external from the games. Is that something? Is that always going to be the case, or is PMX something that maybe other games or like blockchain games, for instance, could be like, hey, we're building this game that has an in-game economy. Could we use PMX for the token? Is that something you guys are looking at doing? Or?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. We've actually spoken with a few different people have kind of come across our way that have said, okay, hey, like this idea of play, earn, trade makes a lot of sense. Is there any way where we could essentially connect it so that people could earn PMX through playing our game and then use it to purchase assets on the marketplace and so on and so forth? And so it's 100% something that we want to do. Our general focus is that we're going to start off with a huge wide appeal game like Fortnite. And then the idea is that's kind of the like Trojan horse for the standard like Web 2 gamer to say, oh, this crypto stuff's kind of cool. And then the idea is then they buy some NFTs of cool gaming projects that are on Cardano. And then it kind of further leads them down into this rabbit hole of like, oh, wow, like this stuff's really interesting. And like, I can really dive in and like be a part of these communities. And our hope is one day we could definitely have some sort of main integration within a game, and it's like, oh wow, I'm playing this cool game, I'm earning PMX, I'm going to the marketplace and trading items, I'm getting my ice staff because I'm a wizard, whatever it may be. So yeah, no, totally something that we love to do.
It's really funny you compared us to a Trojan horse, but it's true. It was a good comparison. It worked.
Just a foot in the door.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever seen those memes where it's like,
oh yeah,
Thanksgiving dinner? Oh, what do you do, honey? Oh, let me tell you about Bitcoin.
Memes really make things clear, I think.
Yeah, like not like a negative Trojan horse, but like oh, welcome to PlayerMint. Little do you know, you're about to dive into the Cardano.
Who knows where that's going? So the testnet has been live for just almost 5 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, I think about that. Yeah.
So you're through the first month. What was that? What were the highlights? What happened?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think one of the big things was around bugs were not fun.
Right. Bug bounties.
So when, like, for example, when we had the first public testnet and everyone was going to claim the PMX, it was just like, oh gosh, like things just didn't work nearly as well as I thought them. Part of them it was entirely our fault, but part of them was there was a little bit of an issue with like the claim mechanism. And part of it was we didn't make it clear enough to people that they had to get testnet ADA into their wallet and set their collateral. It wasn't user error. It was that we hadn't provided clear enough steps so that the user knew what to do. Right. So they weren't doing anything wrong. It's just, they're like, I'm clicking the button, it's not working. It's like, oh, right. Because like we didn't make it clear enough to you that this is how you need to set up your wallet so things move.
Yeah, getting people to use the testnet, it seems so similar, but it's a whole different thing. And there's some daunting thing about it. It's like, wait a second, what now? How do I know what's real? Like, it's all equally as made up, right?
Right.
So testnet, realnet, like the lines are so blurred.
Yeah.
Oh, financial systems. Okay, well, actually, we're getting right to the end of the segment. Let me get back to Pete. So do you have anyone that you want to shout out or, any info you want to cram in at the end here?
I guess like shout out to anyone that has just been like positive and supportive. I know it's kind of a weird time in Cardano land with a lot of topics going on around, contingent staking and whatnot. But I think what's really exciting, and I guess it's just like an overall shout out to everyone that's like actively involved, regardless of, as long as your active engagement is constructive and positive, regardless of what opinions you hold. But just shout out to people that are passionate enough about this cool internet digital money thing that we're all playing around with. And shout out to the people that are part of the discussion and just, voicing their opinions in a positive way, regardless of what that opinion may be. And just shout out to folks that care and put in the effort and show up.
Yeah.
100%. That's
well,
great.
Well said. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody for being awesome, especially Cardano community folks. I think and our folks in our community. It's been a real blessing to have such awesome, supportive people. Help us throughout the whole time I've been there. The whole time Aiden's been here. It's been a long time, and it's been awesome, and we've really appreciated all the support we've had thus far, and obviously I also appreciate all the support that we'll and Aiden and that we'll have in the future as well. So that's super awesome.
Great. I'm really glad that we could have you guys on. Oh, before I let you go, Scott Chestnut, I left a Post-it note on my screen here. It says that I gotta ask you guys what questions you want to ask your own documentation AI for what's that damn thing called? Dialogues with documents.
Yeah.
So he usually comes in with this. Starts off with like, what are you most excited about in regards to PlayerMint or whatever the project may be. So, and then the AI will give kind of a subjective answer. It's really interesting to see what they pick out, because it's a chat bot also, so it's got some elements of personality. It's just real interesting stuff.
Yeah, I guess my question would be, I guess I'm going to think about that a little bit. I might need to get back.
Yeah, if you want to get back to him, like I'm just reading this note I saw. So
I guess the question would be is how effectively will PlayerMint increase people's enjoyment of playing video games? Or maybe that's kind of a biased question. It's kind of leaning.
Yeah, that's a leading question.
It's a leading question for sure. I guess
PlayerMint increase people's enjoyment.
Yeah, like how will it? I guess my overall question is will it lead gamers to have a more positive and more enjoyable experience, or a more negative and unenjoyable experience? Is the overall question. Like, does adding that reward layer, does it switch the mechanisms of just playing the video game for fun, or does it extend the fun so now it's more meaningful?
This is gonna be a really interesting question.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever asked an AI anything quite as exciting.
Yeah, that would be my question. Yeah.
I don't know if I've got one.
That's cool. I mean, like I said, you could hit me up with some. I think he'll record this in a couple days, so you guys have got some time.
Sweet. Yeah, we can come up with a few and send them your way.
Yeah, that'd be rad. All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming on. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I got to be here for this show. I don't normally get to be here, but Miss Pistachio was like, you spend all your damn time playing Fortnite in the basement. Why don't you get on and talk to these guys? I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I guess I will. I got more savviness than that old bastard, but I'm just a guy. Anyway, thanks for coming on. I'm going to send you backstage now, and then you guys can make your way home from there.
Yeah, thank you all so much. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it, Pete and Tyler.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. This is a cool
All right, peace out.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one, y'all.
All right.
Cool.
Nice guys,
Yeah.
So, I was going through the filing cabinet this morning. There's no news in it.
Yeah, I know. I got
empty. There's literally no. Well, there's only one thing. I think what happened is Scott and Summer went in and they dumped all those files out because all that was in there was a poster for Facility 7. And I think they're just trying to shill or something. It's not very professional, if you ask me. But since it's in there, I guess we could show it off. And you got some other stories, right? Let's hit the button and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Welcome to the news.
Welcome.
I'm Pete.
He's Pete.
You guys want to hear about some stuff that's happening in CNFT land?
Oh, are we not start? I thought we were starting off with Facility 7.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with it since you asked. All right. So Facility 7 is this board game that I guess Trevor and Alyssa are making. So, they're kind of friends of the station, so we like to show it off sometime. Anyways, they just dropped their propaganda poster. Here's the common one. There's some good music to it too, but I'm going to mute that. This is a standard issue for the agency side. And, there's also Professor Norwood, the evil genius. There's 8 variations, though, of these, and they're all pretty crazy. Got some crazy metadata. I mean, this whole thing's just wild. It's a wild project, You see a lot of people are minting it. Oh, here's one. This is a still from the redacted version of the poster, and that's just as animated. It's actually pretty cool to see it in the black and white photocopy, but animated kind of style, Oh, there's the data tokens. You can get those, and our man down there made it. He made the 3D file, Thai guy. So shout out, It's nice. At least 6 people like it. So one of those might be you. But anyways, there's some great stuff coming this weekend, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. So I should go to the website because this is crap. So let's because this website looks real good. We just beefed it up. Look at all this beef.
Oh, wow.
Looking hot now. So Facility 7 is a CNFT collection of artwork, documents, PFPs, puzzles, codes, and other spy stuff. But it's also a physical board game. Wow. We're starting off with our propaganda posters. This is kind of the first drop for this project. It's been deployed, as you can see. These are all the agents going by. And all 35 of them are there if you sit and watch. You can see every single one of them. But this, the propaganda is out. There's Professor Norwood's side, and you can see all 3 versions that you can pull. Kind of going through in this these special look here.
They're awesome.
There's like the hacked version, standard issue, and then redacted, because this is kind of like a spy sort of game, right? So there's only 214 of these things out there. So there's 20. There's 20, I think, of the rarest kind. Anyways, there's lots of good stuff to find out. You can click here to mint now, and you can see we got the rarity table here, 47, 34, 19. And you just go ahead and mint. It's all through EndMaker. It's real good, real nice and set up. You can see we've got some cool tags, cool name titles here that we created for all of our agents. Propaganda vouchers. You can win cool stuff like this in the Discord. You can play the actual physical game digitally. You can play the physical game online. And it's multiplayer, which is pretty cool. So we do a playtest every Friday, and we're starting those up again now. So starting this Friday, we got a playtest at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you're interested, head on down to the Discord. That's where it happens. And you can use data token. You see here, you can use this data tokens to purchase clearance badges, which give you some cool stuff. Chance to win data and weekly airdrop. So I got to do that this week. Access to exclusive giveaways and polls. Restricted areas in the Discord. And as part of a larger set to come, there'll be more clearance levels coming. And they're available now. It's only 2 data tokens. But you can't just get these. You can't buy them. You got to earn them. So you earn them by solving puzzles. There's a puzzle on this page. If you go to this webpage, facility7.com, and you look and you click around, you might find it. You might find the next step, and you solve it. You'll get 2 data, and that's enough to buy yourself an ego badge. There's only 140 of these, 1 of 1. So here's the Office of Advancement. You can spend 2 data tokens to get a badge there. You can also spend 21 data tokens. This is just added to get a unique agency propaganda poster. This is the Mardi Gras one, and it's pretty rad. And down here is the Trinity one for Norwood. So these are the rarest pieces in the collection. They're on the same policy ID as the posters, but you can only get them by stacking a ridiculous amount of data. 21, that's a lot. Some people are close, I guess, but they're not there. Even our biggest collectors are not there. Mm-hmm. So that's something to aspire to, and hopefully it'll get people excited. So very cool stuff, Facility 7. We're having a lot of fun with this, and we love to play with you. Come on down to the Discord. We've got some cool, chat. We got this kind of agent chat where you pretend to be an agent. We got movie night coming up as well, so you can check this out. We're going to be watching Terminator this week because guess what? Laura Honor won against a matchup against who was it? It was Mac Tower, and she won. And so we're watching her media this week, and we'll do this every week. We're just having fun with it, trying to give an excuse to play around, pretend to be a spy, goof. It's a good time, and that's my news. That's all I know. I'm not a newscaster. I'm a producer.
Yeah, Pete, you know a lot about Facility 7.
I know a lot about some stuff. I'm a genius at Fortnite. I drop 90s.
Damn. I don't know.
Does that mean anything?
I'm not sure. I'm not a Fortnite.
I like it, though. It sounds pretty... I drop 90s. Oh, shit. You got anything, Tyler?
I got a couple of things. Some interesting stuff. The I'll pretend like I know about.
Nice.
So
you're dropping 90s over there?
Yeah. Or I'm dropping millions.
Oh.
So it looks like, according to this article, that Hydra will scale ADA up to handling 1 million transactions per second.
Well, that's hot.
That is very hot. So I'm not even sure if most other blockchains are that high.
Current TPS.
Yeah.
Cardano.
Actually, if you want to search that while I do that. Also, see what Ethereum is too, because I'm curious. So I guess I'm still trying to understand Hydra myself. But this article does have a couple cool graphics. So it seems like the way Hydra will work is every stake pool operator will be able to add to the transactions per second. So like here it shows 3 stake pool operators handling up to 1,000 transactions per second. That's 3,000 transactions per second. So the more stake pools that get added into the network, it's more Hydra heads that will increase the transactions per second. I think that's what it means.
Right.
I
like the Hydra.
And that's why they say
genius.
And I think that's why they say the scaling on Cardano is like why it works the way it does.
I can't find like really clear answers here.
Yeah, it might be hard.
There's like different answers on different websites. I see that Cardano processes maybe 250 transactions per second, and
I mean that kind of makes sense.
12 to 15 on Ethereum, but this was in 2022 April, and I know that Ethereum has done some,
Yeah, right. I'm seeing 30 transactions per second too. There's no way, because Ethereum isn't
100,000.
You found 100,000?
That's what they're aiming for, I guess. Is that right? God, it's tough to know. Doing research on the fly seems like it'd be easier.
Yeah.
Who can say? Well, 1 million transaction per second will be far greater than anything that we're seeing for Ethereum.
I did find that
go back and forth on those two.
Website, and it looks like the ethtps.info. So it does have some. Come on, there's a new Windows 11 update that's been messing with my stuff. But it looks like the current TPS. Oh, it just reset. Wow, it really is live. Well, okay, 24.2.
Or
Huh?
100. Okay, I'm just reading it off. Do we see Cardano on there?
Does it have what?
Do we see Cardano on there?
I think this is just Ethereum assets.
Oh, I see.
I believe.
All right. Well, we got a real-time answer. So between 20 and 100 for Ethereum.
Yes, I mean up to if that's really true about where's the other one?
Yeah, like a peak time ever.
Yeah. But if that's really true about each SPO or each Hydra head being able to handle up to 1,000 TPS,
imagine that.
That'd be incredible. Because I mean, I still think it probably like I'm clicking on stuff. All right.
Imagine that. No chain load worries ever again. Pool PM would just have to take that off because there would be no possible way to overload the chain at that point.
I want to see what Visa is, just out of curiosity.
What's up, chat? We're just taking a chill news meander today.
Yeah.
I did a real long shill for Facility 7. If you didn't see that, you probably want to rewind right now and, watch the whole thing twice.
So real quick, if Cardano does reach even half million TPS with Hydra, according to Google, Visa currently does 24,000 transactions per second. So even a tenth of what they're claiming can do is 4 times what Visa handles right now. So just a little bit of hopium, probably all it is, but
I mean, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, It doesn't seem like it'd be impossible to design systems that can do better than the current bullshit, right? And that's all they've been doing for years and years is building towards that sort of a system. And I believe that they can do it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, same here.
Nice. Any other news?
So I'm not gonna lie, I should know this, but I haven't been paying much attention because it just seems like more drama than anything. But contingent staking, I really don't know too much. From what it seems like, is it you can basically
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah.
From what I understand about it is that you basically stake pool operators will be able to control who stakes with them for whatever reason. I think am I getting that right? Like I said, I haven't been.
I think they can deny or reduce service to certain people if they choose to who are staking with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they could screw your wallet over, I guess, if you're staking with them. Just in a way of transaction, connecting to the chain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or maybe just fucking with your staking. I'm not really sure. Again, this week's been wild.
Yeah.
I haven't been plugged in, but I do know that Charles put out a video talking about it. So that's probably worth looking at. It's definitely on my list of things to watch.
But I mean, this just came out a couple of days ago, but it looks like DC Spark open source a smart contract that allows pools to implement contingent staking without any changes required to Cardano itself. Because I know that was part of the discussion too. I mean, this is like the biggest discussion in Cardano right now. I was just searching contingent staking earlier to like kind of learn about it, and I mean, maybe every article was about Cardano's drama going on this week about contingent staking.
Whatever, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And yeah, I don't really have much else.
Yeah, well, that's why they called me in today. Nobody has anything to say.
True. How's Listen Trevor's Bebe doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
That's good.
She would have been here, but He's he's doing a little.
I mean, I'm surprised that she's been here as much. That both of you guys have been here for the past few shows. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're glad to be here. Yeah, I'm glad to connect. It's great to talk to all these projects too.
Yeah, definitely.
For those of you who stayed till the end, this is what Pete's eyes look like. It's so bright. Whoa. Oh man. Never again, man. Oof, these lights in this studio. All right, well, I think we probably just end it here. We did pretty good. We got to an hour. That's not bad for not having a real plan at all.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure next week everyone will be back and it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back behind the screen pushing buttons instead of up here. I don't know what I'm doing up here, man. All right.
I gotta.
Well, we should end it then. Oh, there's a post-it note. It says I have to say for the CNFT news, I'm Pete, the producer.
And I'm with Spaces.
Thanks for watching.